Good afternoon and welcome. Out in the shop again today. I am going to do some gun maintenance, maybe upgrade if you will. I am going to be putting a detachable lug. I'm switching out the flash suppressor of my AR, so it takes a flash suppressor that I can then snap a silencer onto. So I got to take the flash suppressor off the existing factory and replace it with a new one that will take the Surefire suppressor or silencer. Right now I've got the barrel in an ultrasonic soaking, and to loosen that up, I tried like the dickens to get it off, and it wasn't working. So I've got it soaked in the ultrasonic with a little bit of cleaner to loosen it up, get the carbon off. The rifle is just sitting in a vise. It's not really clamped down. I didn't want to, doesn't need to be squeezed. It just needs to stand up. But this is the setup I have to replace the existing. So this is the new one. As you can see, it's got like a connection there that you can twist the silencer onto. So this replaces the old one, and then the silencer, Surefire silencer, is right here, and that'll slide right over the top of that when I get it on, and you can take it on and off pretty easily. It's very nice. So I can use this suppressor with any 30 caliber weapon. So it's a 30 caliber, but it is a Surefire. Let's see here. I don't want to show it because it has a serial number on it, but it's a Surefire 30 caliber. So I'll put the rifle in the sled here so I can take the suppressor off, and then I will get the new one on, and we'll put the shims in. The little shims are so you can dial the suppressor in, so you have an opening towards the top. You want an opening towards the top so it, if you're not using the suppressor or the silencer, it's driving the barrel down. But I probably won't use this without the silencer, so I'm just going to get this put on here in a little bit, and I'll walk you through it, but it's not a big deal. But yeah, next step is letting that thing loosen up a little bit so I can crack that old seal. All right, we're going to pull it out of the ultrasonic cleaner and try and break it free. All right. Oh, Manischewitz. That is not breaking free. Try it again. Go back the other way. Oh. Oh. All right, well, I'm going to have to get a breaker bar, so more to come. I'm back. So I have got the AR out of the cleaning solution, and I was able to crack the seal on the original suppressor. So I can unscrew that. So this is from the factory. It's been on quite a while. I've had this gun for 25 years probably, maybe 30. So there it is. She's off. It's got a little lock nut. I'm going to have to probably use some of these shims, just depending on how to line up the new suppressor here, flash suppressor. But yeah, I'll have to get that done. I want to talk a little bit about why a suppressor or a silencer. And a lot of people think, oh, that's, that's for crazy people, assassins and blah, blah, blah. So No, that's not the case. Sporting people don't want to be struggling with hearing protection all the time. It brings the dB level down for anybody around when you're shooting. It's just, to me, common sense, and it is a safety device, basically. And I just don't want to have to wear a lot of hearing protection. Sometimes you have to wear, an inner ear protection, then an over the ear protection. And with a suppressor or a silencer, you can just use one of those or none, just depending on the dB level. So I was just shooting my new 22 with a silencer on it, and the dB level was 70 dB, which is phenomenal. So we'll measure this one too as we get closer, but for now, we're going to get this thing going, get the new flash suppressor installed so we can go ahead and snap that silencer on. So stick with me. All right, now that I've got the old one off, I can put the new one on, and I can already tell I'm going to need a shim. So the suppressor, the flash hider, that's what I've got here, comes with a bunch of different shims, and they're basically just washers, right? They're you get to see that. They're just washers, and they come in different thicknesses, and you can stack them. And I am looking for a thick one right here. I think that's all I'm going to need is one thick one. So put the washer on, and then I can screw the flash hider on. And that might be a little much. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to line one of these slots so it's straight up and down. So, I mean, it doesn't have to be, but I just want it to look good. And if it's up and down, it's going to push the barrel down, even though it's got other, try a thinner one, other slots in it. So let's get this one on. All right, that's a nice skinny one. Ooh, that might be the ticket. Yeah, that's the ticket right there. I'm just going to give it a little "Who's your daddy?" with a screwdriver. Yeah, there you go. So then this should just slide on here, and then you tighten it up, I would assume. Let's see, how does this work? That way, okay. Slide it on, and give it a twist, like that, until it sticks. And there you go. That's it. So it is on there, and ready to rock. So now, all you got to do is push this little button in, give it a twist, slides right off, and then put it back on. Same thing, give it a little twist, nice and tight. So the silencer is installed. Now, we're just going to test fire it, but today is sort of a cruddy day, so I'm not going to do that today, but we will do it soon. I also have something here for my other 30 caliber weapons. This is for the 7.62 version, so I'll be installing that on one of my 7.62s, and then I can use the same platform, the same silencer, to go between the 223 or the 5.56 and the 7.62. So it's all 30 caliber, so it should work like a dream. So I'm excited to try it out. Let's get this cleaned up, and we'll take it out to the range and do a test fire. Good morning, everybody. I am out on the gun range here at the compound, And I am going to fire the suppressed AR that I got done doing yesterday. It's about 26 degrees, so I'm freezing my little tuchus off out here. And so let's get this done. I'm going to fire a shot unsuppressed, and then I'm going to fire a shot suppressed, and we'll see how that goes. All right, unsuppressed. I should be wearing ear coverings, but I'm not. So I'm going to get the full Monty on this thing. She's on fire. I'm not going to hit the gong, just shooting into the berm. 3, 2, number 1. All right, we're going to make sure she's clear. All right, unloaded. Now we'll put the suppressor on. All right, suppressed. 3, 2. There's a big difference. I don't know if you could hear it on the camera, but there's a significant difference to that. Very nice. So now I can put it on safe, check the mag, drop the live round out. So it is clear and safe. Now I can take this off by doing a twist. My hands are getting cold. There we go. Very nice, very easy. Ooh, that's nice and warm. So there you go. Suppressed versus unsuppressed. Recommend it. We'll talk a little bit about the process of getting a silencer here in Minnesota, but we'll do that inside because I'm getting cold. So see you in a minute. Okay, back in the house after taking a few shots on the range, and I have to tell you, I am impressed with the Surefire 30 caliber silencer. It worked really well. It does bring that crack down very to a level that allows you to be without even hearing protection on. So yeah, super impressed with that. So as I mentioned earlier, I wanted to give you a little more information about what it takes to get a silencer here in Minnesota. So what you have to do is you have to buy the silencer. So you go up to the counter, any gun store, you buy the silencer. You pay cash for it then, they hold it. They hold it until all your paperwork gets done, because it's harder to buy a silencer than it is to buy a gun in Minnesota. You have to do more paperwork. There's a wait for the paperwork to get processed a lot longer than it is to buy a rifle or a pistol. You know, when I bought my 22 silencer, I paid for my pistol and the silencer at the same time, did all the paperwork for both. And then you have to schedule another appointment to come back and do more paperwork so they can submit it to the ATF. And then the ATF reviews the paperwork and sends an approval letter to you. Then you can go pick up the silencer that you purchased. So all in all, I think this one, when I bought this, the wait for it was 2 months before I got it, before I could go pick it back up. The 22 was about a month after I purchased it. And So you go, you do your paperwork, you pay for it, and then you got to go pick it up, and then they make you do paperwork again, the same form again, when you pick it up to verify that you picked it up. So it's a bit of a pain in the butt, and not only do you have to pay for the silencer, but you have to pay a tax stamp of $200 per unit. So when you buy one, just add $200 to the price of your silencer. At least that's what it is here in Minnesota. I don't know if that's federal or if it's state, but just add another $200. All in all, I think it's worth it though. As you could tell, hopefully you could tell on the audio, on the video when I'm at the range, how different it sounded. That takes that really high impact crack out of it, and it makes it bearable. So, you know, shooting an AR like this, it has a pretty good crack coming out of the end of that barrel, and it really diminished that quite a bit. For those of you who saw the tape on the magazine, I have different color tape with writing on it on my mags, so when I pull them out of the safe, I know what I'm grabbing. So this is 55 grain FMJ, so full metal jacket. I also have hollow point, and let's just say other assorted types of ammunition. So they have different colored tape with writing on them. So that's the way I stay organized, so if I wanted to grab and go, I can. Well, I think that's it for this video. I appreciate you guys hanging in there and watching me go through the process of putting on the converter so I can mount the silencer, so I don't have to basically have a threaded barrel and I need to thread it on and off every time. I can switch this between guns, which is very nice. But yeah, I think it's worth it. And again, I appreciate you guys tuning in. And again, thanks for being with me, and like and subscribe. Have a great one.